This one needs to speak.
I'll soon be heading back to my homeland of Somerset. Are you interested in passage? We've room for more. Very good. There's a fair wind now. Should be a pleasant sail. The sea promises a safe journey today. Care to travel somewhere? Sure thing, but I'll warn you. Somerset has a way of...
There you are. Do not panic. Only you can see me. Come, we have to talk. There you are, Vestige. We must speak at once. Listen well. I have located a safe harbor from which we might plan our course of action.
Ah, there you are. I have been expecting you. Ah, Proxy, I bear grim news. The secret Hermaeus Mora guarded has escaped, and Athelia is forgotten no more. Strange disturbances and disorder now rack these lands. Westweald suffers. But by following these occurrences, we may just find her. A secretive and violent order called the Recollection scours ruins throughout the Weald. Strange Daedric creatures harry the region, and the wood elf King Nantharian reigns over a newly grown forest, a sure sign the threads of fate have frayed. The lines of possibility that weave through reality and hold everything together. Athelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths, has been set free. Her presence threatens both our world and the realms beyond. Help me meet this threat, and you will be rewarded. Let me mark your map. Frayed threads of fate point to Rustwall, the Ellenglin ruins, and Ostermere. And take this relic, the Echonir. You might find it useful. My friend Baragon offered his townhouse in Skingrad. Let us meet there when we are done. They are all within Westweald, not far from the city of Skingrad. Which location are you curious about? Rustwall Estate is an old Colovian manor to the southeast, on the outskirts of Skingrad. Why Rustwall is important, I cannot say. Yet the threads of fate have been disturbed there, and we need to determine the cause. I am not sure. That is why I asked you to investigate. Ostermere is a Colovian town in the Strid Vale, not far from the southern edge of the New Forest. I have heard stories about powerful groundquakes and enraged forest creatures in the area. The Valenwood Forest mysteriously expanded across the River Strid and replaced the previous Colovian terrain. The wood elves who settled the area call it Dawnwood. King Nantharion rules a new Bosmer realm beneath its thick canopy. Very good. I do not know what awaits you at Rustwall, but look for our ally Baragon at Ostermere. He mentioned he had business of his own there. As for Ellenglyn, I will meet you there. I am quite curious to see those ruins. That is not an easy question to answer. Ethelia is a Daedric prince. No mortal can match her power without assistance, nor can Hermaeus Mora move against her while she walks our world. He is bound by the Cold Harbor Compact, while Ethelia is not. An ancient agreement that prevents many of the most powerful Daedric princes from directly manifesting on Nern. Ethelia was imprisoned long before the deal was struck, so she and the Daedra that serve her are not party to its restrictions. Find her, observe her, discover her plans. Use the Echoneer to reveal her memories. Mora chose you and requested I assist you. He believes you can help preserve reality from Ethelia's threat, so we must trust that he shall guide us along the way. We know that Daedric relics such as the Echoneer were used to help defeat Ethelia in ancient times. Perhaps such items shall play a part again. For now, knowledge must be our weapon of choice, and our task is to arm ourselves as best we can.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Traveler, do you know... A moment, Traveler. A detachment of legionaries should be roaming the grounds of Rustwall. We came to meet them, but we can't find a soul. No legionaries, no servants, not even a gardener. I'm at a loss as to what has become of them. My commanding officer, Tribune Alea Idolus, sent a cohort to guard Rustwall. With the recent troubles plaguing the Weald, she didn't want to chance an enemy gaining a foothold this close to Skingrad. But we arrived to find not a single legionary. The Tribune and I didn't see any signs of combat, just an empty courtyard. She ordered me to do one more sweep of the area and then report back to Skingrad, but I hate the idea of leaving her here alone. Will you aid Tribune Olea in her search? Look for Tribune Olea inside the walls of the estate, in the courtyard. Know that the Tribune can be somewhat demanding, but she's a fine officer, and I'm sure she'll pay you for any aid you provide. The Legion hires mercenaries all the time. The Imperial Legion protected the Empire when there was still an Empire to protect. With those three pretenders fighting over the Ruby Throne in Cyrodiil, the Westweald Legion primarily defends Skingrad and its vassals. I'm proud to serve. The Tribune is one of our best officers. I've served with her since before Clivia Tharn took the throne. We mostly attend to local matters now, while her methods occasionally stray from standard Legion protocol. She always achieves results. The Legion thrives on order, hierarchy.
Yeah.
Look around. No people. Strange, right? I detached an entire Legion cohort to guard this estate, but I haven't found a single legionary. Not even a servant. What's your story? Do you know what happened to my legionaries? I remember when the Legion didn't have to rely on mercenaries. Still, I'd appreciate the help. Until I find my cohort or the missing servants, I have to assume Skingrad's in danger. I can't abide that. Assist me, and I'll see you well paid. I hereby designate you a temporary agent of the Westweald Legion. Just until we find my soldiers. We'll search the manor house first. I'll meet you inside. Keep your eyes open, comrade. We don't know what happened here. Well, it's usually a lot more lively when Count Calantius isn't in residence. Seems everyone left in a hurry. Take a look around. Someone attacked the servant this belonged to. Servants light this when there's danger, to warn others away. captain planned to hide, but where? We need to find Captain Laronis. Meet me at the barracks on the south side of the estate. Back here, comrade. I found Captain Laronis. What a loss. I found that letter clutched in his hand. The servants are hiding in the catacombs. Let's talk. The bloody clothes and the warning candle suggest someone or something attacked Rustwall. And we know Captain Laronis. Not as grim as it sounds. The Count ordered the catacombs converted into a shelter a while back. He wanted a place for... The bloody clothes and the warning candle suggest someone or something attacked Rustwall. And we know Captain Laronis was working on a plan. I hope to find him alive, but the letter from the groundskeeper tells us more than we knew before. Not as grim as it sounds. The Count ordered the catacombs converted into a shelter a while back. He wanted a place for anyone in residence to hide should war sweep over Colovia. Let's hope the rest of the cohort and the servants are safe and secure. Groundskeeper Gaius is a tough old hedge snipper. We need to find him and get his key to open the catacombs. Then we can see how much of the cohort and household staff survived whatever happened here. Let's check Gaius's home first. Groundskeeper Gaius's home is just down the hill to the east. Whether he's there or not, we need to find that key. We fought side by side at North Hook. He was brave, but never foolish. Always took every engagement seriously. A lot of soldiers would be dead right now if not for him. When I received command of the cohort, I requested he join me. About 3 rungs on the command ladder hierarchy. I lead the cohort, but Captain Laronis usually served as our field commander. While I handled strategy and logistics details, he oversaw the forces on the ground. Whatever killed... Gaius? Are you here? It's Tribune Alea.
Tribune? Thank the Divines. Are they gone?
Who, Gaius? Who attacked Rustwall?
I'm glad to see Tribune Alea, but she certainly took her sweet time. We've had all sorts of problems here. Did you bring reinforcements? Captain Laronis sent the remaining legionaries and staff into the catacombs. Then he was going to call for help. Dead? Damn shame. He was tolerable as far as Legion officers go. He had a good plan, too. While he hid everyone who was left in the catacombs, I was to keep watch until help arrived. I even stashed the key in a safe place in case the enemy found me. It had to be some sort of enemy army, but all I ever saw were a few wood elves sneaking around the grounds. We need to let everyone in the catacombs know it's safe to come out. Can you go retrieve the key and take care of that? I stashed the key inside the old statue in the garden. Don't worry, I'll draw you a map. Just be careful wandering in the garden. We've had an infestation of odd bugs recently. Odd and dangerous. When the legionaries showed up, we felt a lot safer. A little security in these troubled times. Then, one by one, soldiers started disappearing. We weren't sure if they were deserting or what. Then, I found the bloody legionary armor. Captain Laronis suspected an enemy was picking the cohort off one by one. He expected a full-scale attack, so he sent the staff into the catacombs with the remaining legionaries to protect them. I hid here until you and the Tribune showed up. Other than the wood elves I spotted sneaking around, we never saw them. I've been supervising the outdoor staff since Leovic was a cub. Gardeners, masons, they all answer to me. No easy job, especially when we're all frightened out of our wits. I know Rustwall inside and out. Made it easy to find a spot to hide my key.
Grab the map and let's go. We need that key. The gardens are just east of here, down the hill. The Rustwall Gardens. Our map indicates a spot on the western side. These insects, they're from deep underground. What drove them to the surface? There. That's the statue marked on the map. Search for the hidden key. That's the key. Now let's go open the catacombs. The door is across from the barracks. Move out. We need to find my cohort. Look, down there.
Still no sign of the escaped legionary, Shard Marshal.
No matter, mortal. More of our forces will come through soon.
As you say, Shard Marshal Vargas, we have more than enough weapons now.
That wood elf, he's with the Recollection. And he's taking orders from a Dremorha? What's going on here? This furniture was meant for the comfort of dignitaries who took refuge here, not for these Recollection bastards.
by the gate.
By my sword, a legionary. Report, soldier.
Hate to bring bad news to the Tribune, but I'm the only member of the cohort left. Those Recollection zealots killed legionaries guarding the estate until we sent whoever remained down here. That's when we walked right into the Daedra's clutches. I got lucky. I fell behind to adjust a loose bootstrap. When I heard the attack start, I slipped into the shadows and have been running ever since. Look, the Daedra have a portal. They're filling the catacombs with Daedric forces to attack Skingrad. It's in the ruins, down in the deepest part of the catacombs. Two magical anchor things keep it open. Tribune Alea is strong, and you look like you can handle yourself. While the Recollection hunts me, you need to destroy that portal. Go east, and you'll find where the Daedra dug up from below. Drop down, and keep going east. You'll know the portal when you see it. Break those anchors, and I bet the portal closes. I'll try and lead the Recollection away, and then find you down there. Call it a hunch, but if I'm being honest, I have no idea what it will do. It might fling you right into oblivion, or turn you into a niche. The anchors seemed important. At the very least, destroying them is better than leaving them be.
Legionary Capio is right. We need to shut down that portal. Down into the ruins. We've got to close that portal. Capio said the Daedric portal was to the east. The portal! Destroy the anchors, comrade!
Defend the anchors! Maintain the portal!
Close the portal. Good work. Now, let's find a way out of here.
This way, Tribune. Follow the tracks.
Over here, comrade. Let's talk. My cohort almost completely destroyed. The Rustwall staff almost all dead. Even Shard Marshal Vargas managed to slip from our grasp. While we closed the portal and saved Skingrad, it feels like we failed, comrade. The threads of fate? That sounds ominous. But after what we saw down there, I'll keep an open mind. We learned that the Recollection Cult is working with Daedra and taking orders from Shard Marshal Vargas. They got damn close to invading Skingrad. With the portal closed and the Daedra on the run, the remaining Recollection forces aren't enough to threaten Skingrad. But I'll get the Legion to send more soldiers, just in case. Here, the pay I promised. The Legion always makes good on its debts. Consider your temporary commission suspended, comrade. Though I'd love to have you permanently assigned to my cohort. I plan to continue to look into the Recollection and Shard Marshal Vargas. I hear there's a Wood Elf in Skingrad doing the same. I'll send for more legionaries to clear them out. As many as we can spare. With the portal closed and Shard Marshal Vargas on the run, they shouldn't pose too much of a problem. That's up to Count Calantius. I'll advise him to keep legionaries at the estate even when no dignitaries are present. Problem is, we don't have many left to allocate here. The Legion isn't what it once was. What with the Empire in disarray.
job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Lost? How can we be lost? We make this trip every year.
Give me a moment to get my bearings. This wouldn't have happened if we were debating all the time. Distracts me.
Move along. This doesn't concern you. Official business. Don't come any closer.
Yeah.
Oh, please help. It's all destroyed.
Yeah.
I pray you aren't another rogue come to take what's left. Oh, Julianus be praised. A friendly face. It seems the roads are far more dangerous than I was led to believe. We stopped to enjoy the breeze when a crazed brigand came out of nowhere and robbed us. One masked brigand and a pack of horrid beasts she commanded. Frelgotha did everything she could to protect me, bless her heart. But the thief made off with my entire dowry. Now I haven't a napkin ring to present to my future bride. She disappeared into the nearby Firelight Cave. Adventurer, if you can recover my 4 dowry bundles, I promise to make it worth your while. Every scrap of silk and muddy jewel could save me from becoming the laughingstock of Skingrad. It took years to negotiate a fair dowry for the Verdullis family's eldest daughter. To come this close to a life of leisure, only for some flea-infested scoundrel to dash my dreams? Please, search Firelight for my dowry. I beg of you. They are a very powerful mercantile family, and any misstep could spell disaster for my marriage proposal. It's been a grueling year of negotiations between our families. Would you believe I haven't even met my bride-to-be? Absurd, I know, but it's almost more romantic. The tidal forces of commerce, leaving us marooned on the shores of love. We've written each other, of course, and beneath the polite formalities, I do believe a moral nurtures a spark of love for me. That's hardly a reason not to get married. My parents built a lumber empire despite hating each other. Of course, without my dowry, none of this matters. Not to press, but even a small portion returned could save my marriage. Please, find what you can of my dowry and I'll compensate you handsomely.
And be wary of the Theriker. They are to be frightful.
What's this? Did my betrothed hire someone to retrieve his dowry? How quaint. You should be warned. My beasts don't like losing their toys, and they do love his shiny gifts. Tread carefully, adventurer. I've had my fill of impish fools with childish dreams. Doesn't Grander realize the opportunity I've given him? Why try to recover his bid for my head? Help him if you feel... What use have I for collars of gold and silver? Contracts be damned. I know my... The Theriker grow restless. We have that in common. It's time we left these woods behind. dreams of being a great warden, you know. But these woods have changed. Return the dowry to Grander if you wish. I'm leaving all this nonsense behind. I'm certain Grander will wonder whether he was inadequate. Unworthy of my love. And he'd be right. I've tamed beasts and monsters. here to fight. My family drama put you in danger. A proper introduction, then. I am Immoral Verdelis, Grander's bride-to-be. You can tell him it was me. I'm certain my betrayal will make for quite the waterworks. I harbor no ill will toward the man. Only what he represents. This contract. It's been years since they've taken any interest in my needs. Why would I care for theirs? They've made it plainly clear I wasn't the daughter they prayed for. Too quick to fight, too tough to bend, and still they tried to force me into shape. This cave was once a sanctuary from my parents, before this wild magic twisted it into something cruel. It was my second home, filled with beasts with softer smiles than the ones that raised me. Yes, and the creatures that lived within it, driven wild and feral. I did what I could to calm them, tend to their fear. I had hoped to take them with me, to return the favor and save them from this mess. But I acted too late. I'm not sure. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell Grander's hired aide. Just know it will be far away from here. Beyond the highlands and the overgrowth. Beyond even the reach of my family's wealth. He's one of countless pampered nobles that look at these marvelous, newly grown woods and see only a profit to be made. They have no love for its beauty, and nor do I for their greed. So forgive me for not considering what he deserves. Tell him what you will. I'm certain the scandal won't take long to spread. The Verdelis family's wild child finally making for the hills. I only wish I'd done it sooner. And that I could see my mother's face when she realizes what's happened. That's a pity. Tell Grander I have a sister. A sweet little thing eager for love. But warn him no dowry. Do it right. Court her. They need to decide for themselves, not our parents. Farewell, adventurer. Perhaps one day we'll cross paths again.
You've returned in one piece. You're back? And with my dowry in tow. This is still plenty to impress the Verdelis' eldest daughter and secure her hand. I could kiss you, adventurer. Though I suppose I should save that for my bride-to-be. What's this now? Has word already spread of my ineptitude? My abject failure? Has the Verdelis family already dragged my name through the coals? Please, kind-hearted and dashing adventurer, end your silence and tell me! My? Immoral? What would drive her to steal her own dowry? Surely there must be some misunderstanding. These barbaric acts are far beneath her, let alone the Verdelis family name. At least it explains the warm rush I felt from her commands. Run away. I see. It's strange I find myself so hurt by someone I never met. Who am I to begrudge someone for wanting greener pastures? I hope she finds what she's looking for. I'll be fine. Mother taught us Namarset men to persevere. Well, I don't appreciate the chosen imagery. I get your meaning. Yes. Though the long road to betrothal is a lonely path, I'll gladly walk it. Thank you, traveler. You've earned this gold as well as my deep respect. I wonder what's to become of this dowry. I could save it for my next bride. Or perhaps I could invest it in some sort of capital venture. Father rarely loosens the purse strings for my ideas, so this is the perfect time to prove myself. Yes, of course, a delightful woman. In fact, she was the one who often made the ride out to our lumber yards to collect my letters to Immoral. Are you implying that I should marry her instead? What a novel idea. I'll admit to some relief that our arranged marriage is over. I have always been a bit of a romantic, and this merger by way of marriage was less than ideal. Perhaps I will. A proper courtship. If she agrees, of course. Good news! The adventurer retrieved my dowry. We can continue on to Skingrad as planned. And I promise you both a pint of ale when we get there.
Such a relief. And I'll be able to press and sort out your clothing in time for any balls or soirees.
How generous. A whole drink after nearly losing an arm to a Theriker.